Hi, my name is Rebecca Vasquez. This is my epic selfie adventure. This is my little family. This is Bianca, myself, Olivia, and Raven. Bianca is 13, Olivia is 9, and Raven is 14, and they are my world. My oldest is Raven. She had surgery 6 weeks ago, or almost 6 weeks ago, rather, and to lengthen her Achilles heels on both of her feet. So she's in a wheelchair with two casts on both of her feet. And, when it comes to taking care of somebody with extra needs, she has the best attitude. I've really, really appreciated that. This is my middle child, and she acted like a middle child before she had a baby sister. But we like to goof around, and we were in Hobby Lobby, and the sign said, "A worried mother does better research than the FBI." And yesterday's a perfect example because I figured out my child had created a Facebook account without telling me. So, you should have seen the look on her face. I had fun with that one. This is Olivia. She's my youngest. She is my mini-me. Sometimes it really amazes me, the looks that she gives me, because I see my mom. And, of course, I'm told I look a lot like my mother. And when I see pictures of my mother at my age, I do look a lot like her. This child is a character. Sometimes I think she should have been born a boy. She will fart in public. And we're not talking any ladylike, toots or anything. Oh no, vibrational. You'll look to the person who is standing next to her or sitting at the table who's larger, thinking it came from them. And it's not. It's from the little petite person. And it doesn't matter if the nurse is checking her vitals. She's going to do it there too. And I'm lucky to ever get a photo where she's not making a goofy face. I know that's my mother's revenge on me because I did that as a child as well. So she loves to photobomb. The second picture, I'm taking a picture of Georgette when we had first adopted her. And Olivia photobombed it. She loves to do those things. I am the youngest out of 8 total children, and there's only 3 girls. So it's myself, Ruthie, and Mary. Ruthie is exactly 8 years older than me to the day. She wished for me on her cake, and the phone rang. And my oldest sister was the one preparing her cake and party for her. And she, Mary looks at Ruthie saying, "You have a baby sister." And according to the story, she wished for me on her cake. I loved reminding her of that, especially when she had a boyfriend over. So this is 3 sisters with my mama. And this is my absolutely favorite group of people. They are a wonderful support team. A single mom, so I really have appreciated everything my family's done for me. They're wonderful people. This is my sister Mary's grandson, my great nephew Iric. He turned 4 this month, and he's a little character. We have all sorts of fun, and I even did a little bit of conditioning on him where he doesn't want to give a kiss, so I would take off with one of his little he had these teeny tiny little cars, and he had them all OCD lined up in a row, and I would take one, or I would switch them around, and to get me to give it back to him, I would just, pat my cheek, and he would kiss it. So it got to be where I would just pick one up, and he'd offer a kiss, and I'd put it back down. And I got some affection out of him. He's adorable. He really is lots of fun. So one of the things I notice now that I'm doing in the process of divorcing somebody who was not a very positive person, I was never allowed to have animals during my marriage. And I grew up with animals. So I overdid it, and I now have 7. So here's 3 of them. We have Georgette. We rescued her outside my mom's house. Little fact, I don't know if you realize that tomcats will come through and kill a new litter of kittens still dependent on their mama because they want the mama cat to go back into egress. So we rescued her at 4 weeks. And she has grown considerably from this picture and is quite the character. She likes to eat ice cream, by the way. Then we have the middle one, Kit Kat. I rescued him from the prison I work at. His name is Kit from Knight Rider, but he becomes Kit Kat. The other photo is of Midnight. He looks like a coon, Maine Coon. And he's probably the oldest cat I have. He is so sweet, so adorable. And he meets me at the door. He is an escape artist, but he is such a loving, loving cat. And he's a good-sized kitten. You can't even see his rear end in this photo. My arms are just not long enough for that. So here are 3 more of the babies I have in my household. We have 2 Chihuahuas, Alyssa and Mia. Mia's the little one. She looks more like a Chihuahua. Alyssa looks more dachshund. And in that middle photo, you have Apricot and Alyssa, and they both had to be on me. I am the alpha. We have recognized this because the way all animals respond to me, and they all want to sit with me. And Apricot cannot stand the dogs, does not like them. Sam I am, it's not happening. So here's a photo, and I always think it's so funny because I'll get photos of where both of them are on me, and she's giving the dogs a really horrible, mean look, and she's watching them the entire time, but she's sitting on mom. So, all right. So these photos with me sticking out my tongue are because I accepted a challenge to start going to the gym. My sister Mary and I set up a couple's account because it's a better deal. And she's a teacher, so we got the teacher discount as well. And I used to be a teacher, mind you. And part of the challenge is to upload a photo of yourself that you went to the gym every day or whatever days you do go. And as you could tell by the look on my face, I'm really stoked to go. I just take a photo and stick out my tongue. I'm like, fine, I went, I posted the photo. Doesn't mean I have to do it in a happy way. All right, so I'm a correctional officer now for the Federal Bureau of Prisons. And being that I am the quirky person that I've had 15 years of education prior to starting my second career. I do plan on going into education within the federal government at the prison that I'm working at. But on visitation for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I wore my Jack Skellington hat, as you can see there. And when anybody wished me a Merry Christmas, I said, bah humbug, because I'm that person. Back in the summer, I got to finish this painting. And it, again, it's one of those things that, now that my ex has left the premises and I'm discovering things that I haven't done in years. And one of them has been painting. I am a very crafty person. I love to draw and paint and create so many things. I actually finished a painting this past summer, and I decided to call her the Gypsy Mermaid. So the photo on the left is before I put it in a frame. So there's no glare on it. You can see the detail. And the second one is, of course, me with the Gypsy Mermaid. And I put it in my bathroom. And being the individual that I am, if you could see the lights that are reflecting in the frame, I don't know how to do electrical work. And my ex never did any fix-ups on the house. So I strung outdoor lights around my bathroom so I could have lights in my bathroom. So, I mean, it works, right? Okay, I love Harley Quinn. I don't know how many times I decided to dress up as Harley Quinn. The last picture is me at Comic-Con. And I really just enjoy the character. There's a lot of things with her that are just so much fun. I think it's also like a female empowerment, too. It's bucking the system in many ways. I know it's a very twisted character at the same time, but I just really like Harley Quinn. This is my girls and myself at Port Aransas, Texas. We were on a boat. This particular boat trip, we got to see dolphins, but we also got to go up against a pirate ship, and my girls had water guns and they were sparring in between the ships. That was hilarious. It was a really good trip for us. It's our last vacation we've been on. It's been a while. Back in May, my Bianca had her 6th grade graduation from the charter school. So this is us together. Something I forgot to tell you is my Bianca has special needs. She has nonverbal learning disorder. And there are some similarities to autism. A lot of, you'll see stemming, you'll see, outbursts. But the difference between NVLD and autism is that she can recognize subtle and obvious facial expressions that are telling you that, they usually tell us that you have an emotion. But she can tell that you're upset, even it's very subtle. And she struggles with social interactions the most. And, I advocate so strongly for her that, at this point in time, I think I make the school nervous because I will come through and I will fight for her rights, and certain things do not need to be happening. And I do feel that my 15 years of education prior to this moment in time, when I'm sitting in a meeting and they tell me, well, this is not possible, that's not possible, bet me I did it as a teacher. I know that these things are easy to incorporate. You can do these simple things and prevent an outburst. And it's the same thing for any child with special needs. Know their disability, know what it is that they need, and start providing strategies for them. And if the mom or parents are telling you, we know these things have happened and worked in the past, listen to them, instead of making your life more miserable. So I will fight for that child. I will fight that child for herself too, because she needs a lot of guidance. And she has quite the attitude. So this is Olivia myself again. I just put one photo on there with my hair without me really doing anything to it. It gets very curly, and I think of Merida from Brave. This is probably the best photo I can get Olivia not making a face, honestly. Again, that's my mother's revenge on me because I stuck my tongue out in all my pictures growing up. This is yesterday. I do apologize for how blurry the picture is. I was nervous, but it was pre-trial for my divorce. My divorce has been going on for almost 2 years. And, my ex is a very toxic individual. He vowed to prolong this as much as possible. So being in his presence can be very unsettling for me because of what he did. So I did take a picture of myself before heading out, and it moved things along. Hopefully we will be able to come to a conclusion by next month. The jewelry you see there is, I made it. I have a little booth at an antique store where things I made are sold. And it doesn't really bring in much income. It's more of an outlet for me. I like to make things with essential oils, little roller balls, lotions, and of course jewelry is always there. And it's another outlet. I'm a very crafty person. It's a great stress relief, and then I can at least make enough money to buy more supplies. So thank you for watching. Just to let you know, I made this with PowerPoint and a debut software that records over. And thank you.